Hello there. Willkommen zum Tag 22. If you didn't understand that, I was simply saying hello there in German and welcome. This is day 22 of my 30 over 30. In this series, I try to learn something and try to do and work something on 30 days. And within these 30 days, I'm trying to learn German, so German language. And you and me, we're all going to see how far I can get. So last time, we've done some pretty useful things, if I dare say so myself. But today, I want to switch gears a little bit and go back and review what we've done before. Now, what am I talking about? I am talking about personal pronouns. So personal pronouns are at the very core of any speech, any language really. You want to talk about people, you want to talk about yourself, I, you, that kind of thing. So we've done this at the very beginning of this course. Now today I want to review that, but I want to add a few things into that. And what are those things, you wonder? Those things are, of course, cases. That's right, German has cases and we have to work with them whether we like them or not. So let's get into it. So you might remember these. These are, of course, articles, and as you can see, we have some cases. We have dative, accusative, and genitive that some people call genitive, but I just prefer genitive. Now there is one more, which is nominative, which is the first case. That's the basics, and this is not what we're going to do today, of course. I said that we would do this. So let's review this very, very quickly. It's super easy. I, you, he, she, it. We, you, they. Now this is what we call the nominative case. It's the simplest one, is the first level. I don't think it needs any more explanation, do you? Actually, before we move on, let's review the German version of these personal pronouns. So we have ich, du, er, sie, es, wir, sie. That's right. Now I can throw it away. One caveat, I did mention dative, accusative, and genitive, but for these personal pronouns we're going to skip over genitive because, well, it's not really used apparently, so we'll get to it a little later. But I can tell you that apparently the genitive is almost, if not entirely, synonymous with possessive pronouns, and we'll do those a bit later, don't you worry about that. But for now, we have dative. Let's just start with the dative case, shall we? So of course I put the English version there, which there are some differences in English, as you probably know. If you are familiar with other languages, there might be similar differences to English. So instead of I, we have me, but then of course we have you, him, her, it. And for plural, we have us, you, and them. What is the German version, you wonder? Well, you can read that with me. Here we have mich, dich, ihm, ihr, ihm, and of course, uns, sie. That is the dative case, of course. Are you still not sure about how to use that? Well, let me give you an example. Here we go. What do we have there? So you can see, I give him a kiss. So as I mentioned before when I was talking about the articles, in my mind the dative case is used for situations where somebody is giving something to somebody. Does that make sense? Well, let's look at the sentence. I give him, so the relationship is I give something to someone. What do I give? A kiss. To whom? To him. That's how we use it. So in German that is, ich gebe ihm einen Kuss. Ich gebe ihm einen Kuss. That's the dative version of personal pronouns. And of course we're moving towards the next one, which is accusative. So once again we have the English version. Me, you, him, her, it. And of course us, you, and them. What is the German version of these pronouns? Well, we have mich, dich, ihn, sie, es, uns, sie. So a little bit of difference there from the previous one, which was the dative case, isn't there? Want an example? Of course you do. Here we have accusative and the sentence, I see you. So once again, I mentioned this before. I tend to think about accusative as somebody sees somebody else or something else, of course. So here we have simply I see you. In English, that is you. But in German, we need to say ich sehe dich. Yeah? It's kind of like if this was me, if I had a sentence, I see me, yeah, then I wouldn't, in English, I wouldn't say I see I. I need to change that I into me. Of course, so it happens that in English you is the same, but forget about that for a second. So, I see I, no, I see me. So it's the same principle in German, just for every person really. So for you, we don't say du, we say dich. So once again, ich sehe dich. That is the accusative case, and my favorite part, of course. Right then. So these have been personal pronouns, some more personal pronouns combined with cases, because that's what we're using in German, and using the knowledge of the internets and interwebs and the people out there in the world, I have compiled that here for you to show you how to really use that and how that really works. Hope that makes sense. And if you're wondering, is there an Anki deck coming? Of course there is. You will find that in the description down below. And of course, if you have any questions whatsoever, if you have any requests or comments, you can leave them down in the comment section and I will be sure to check them out. But yes, these are personal pronouns. It's gonna take some time getting used to, but I'm confident that I can learn that, and hopefully you have the same feelings. It's nothing new per se. Well, it is something new, but the root of the matter is the same in a matter of speaking. So we have ihr, du, er, sie, es, wir, ihr, sie. So these are the personal pronouns we've gone through in one of the very first lessons here, one of the very first days. So that's that. And now it's really the same thing, just in a different relationship when we're talking about things like I see you is a different relationship between sort of me and you, and I want to give it to you yet again, that's a different relationship. Yeah. Nobody really wants me to go on about this, so I will leave you with this knowledge. Personal pronouns in the nominative case, that's the basic form, and then we had dative and accusative with the caveat of genitive that is not really in use. We will use it when we talk about possessive pronouns apparently. But thank you so much for watching. If you have anything at all, leave it down in the comment section below. Like I said, everything useful that I use, that I find, that I create will be in the description section. And once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button down below. And if you want to see more videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and you will surely get the very next one. But this has been it. I hope I will see you tomorrow, and you take care.